The Enterprise is on the brink of destruction cliché. Wait, I thought this was Doctor Who. Why does this bridge look like it's straight out of Star Wars?
The ship is going down! Christmas is cancelled!
Christmas? Sounds like your lives are about to be canceled. I don't remember the captain of the Titanic saying, "The ship's going down! The cello concerto has been rescheduled."
Level, keep a level! With what I can't see!
Are we saying that this ship isn't designed to land with any level of cloud cover? Discount Pfizer or not, this ship's ability to stay level shouldn't just rely on visual cues.
What is that stuff?
Clouds?
What kind of clouds?
Asking banal questions like this while you're crashing.
Just this once, don't be late.
Considering the person she's talking about is a time traveler, I'm not sure why he couldn't just appear at the exact second they sent the distress call, or even a few minutes earlier and prevent the disaster entirely.
On every world, wherever people are,
They're all doomed to suffer the faceless demon that is narration.
in the deepest part of the winter, at the exact midpoint, everybody stops and turns and hugs.
They do not. I'd be willing to bet some planets don't even have a winter.
Let her out for Christmas.
Thing RTD plans to do with David Tennant whenever Doctor Who suffers a rating slump somehow makes it into the episode.
She's frozen.
For copyright reasons, she is not. Yes, I know she's a beautiful blonde woman with a singing voice of an angel. Yes, I know she's voluntarily locked herself in an ice prison for the benefit of her family. Yes, I know she has a sister who favors green garments and desperately wants to play with her. Yes, I know this happened 3 years before Disney thought of it, but they basically own the TARDIS now, and they will sue you, kid.
Sir, it's the, president.
Tell him I'm busy.
Character demonstrates power by dismissing someone with a title the audience knows is important. Cliché.
We have to let it land.
Or,
Well, we'll crash, sir.
well, that's a kind of landing, isn't it?
Sardic would be aeronautical at technicality sins.
Christmas Eve on a rooftop, saw a chimney, my whole brain just went, what the hell?
What the hell? My friends and 4001 other people are about to crash and die, but I suppose I've got time to play Santa for a bit.
Keep the faith. Stay off the naughtiness.
Or you'll magically find yourself in a much less enjoyable lodge with a more current musical celebrity singing Christmas ditties. Puff, just like that.
Controls are isomorphic, 1-to-1. They respond only to me.
Isomorphic. There's no such thing.
The alien who travels through space and time in a cupboard that's larger on the inside doesn't believe the fingerprint scanner on your phone is possible.
There's a portrait on the wall behind me. It looks like you, but it's too old.
Mr. Moffat serving a touch too much Sherlock Cumberbatch custard over my Who Smith Christmas pudding.
Everything's offline!
Considering you still have lights and oxygen, not everything is offline.
Have you got a plan yet?
Yes, I do.
Now that the tension of will he answer the distress call has passed and they have more information to communicate, the Doctor and Amy can suddenly talk as if this is a telephone instead of depending on blind hope and text messages.
Doctor, the captain says we've got less than an hour.
Crash landings that take the exact length of a Doctor Who Christmas special to crash land.
Can't use the TARDIS because it can't lock on.
Can't lock on. Yep, that has fully satisfied any questions I had as to why the indestructible time machine that can materialize out of thin air at any point in time and space is powerless to help the crashing spaceship.
The Christmas Carol.
Roll commercials.
The Christmas Carol.
Roll commercials.
The Christmas Carol.
I said roll commercials. Also, the Doctor never acknowledged how convenient it is that the universe has gifted him with all the pieces he needs to save the day by doing a Christmas carol, so I shall acknowledge it for him.
Sorry about the picture quality. Had to recover the data using quantum enfolding and a paper clip.
The Doctor spouts quantum gibberish combined with something mundane and expects me to nod along and go with it. Blurring your newspaper so I can't read the fine print and find something inside it to sin, thereby ruining my personal Sinmas tradition.
I wouldn't bother calling your servants. They quit. Apparently, they won the lottery at exactly the same time.
I look forward to the next time the Doctor's put on trial and the prosecution cites this willful destabilizing of a local economy.
Nobody comes.
Title of my sex tape.
Okay, I'll be back. Way back. Way back.
The Doctor will go back in time and rewrite Kazran's past to make him a better person. And it took me all of 3 minutes and a cup of tea to come up with 75 easier options that are far less damaging to the timeline. An undisclosed amount of these ideas will be presented as sins, and the rest will be submitted as spec scripts to Disney. Also, I haven't counted how many times the Doctor has claimed he can't prevent a catastrophe such as Pompeii because he can't meddle with fixed points in time, but it is a lot. So it's pretty f***ing convenient that there are apparently no rules against completely rewriting this person's entire childhood and adolescence so that an adult version of him will be more likely to help. Also, and here's the low-hanging time fruit. Why not go back in time and prevent the accident on the Starliner from happening? He could set them on a different course or prevent the trip entirely. Why is this meddling okay, but meddling with the Starliner is a no-no? No, I don't care that it's Christmas. Temporal humbug to you all.
Now, your past is going to change. That means your memories will change too.
And they'll change at the exact rate of this video and in real time because we still need to follow the structure of a 3-act story that doesn't want its ending spoiled.
There's a thing called a face spider. It's just like a tiny baby's head with spider legs.
Stealing nightmares that Toy Story brought to life in 1995.
I think you'll find I'm universally recognized as a mature and responsible adult.
It's just a lot of wavy lines.
Finally, a lie too big.
Fine. Matt Smith was a fantastic doctor. Have your sin removal before it regenerates into a lump of coal.
Eyes on the top. Look at me. I wear it and I don't care. That's why it's cool.
I guess we're saying that the reason old Kazran wears a bow tie is because he associates them with that one time the doctor saved him. But Kazran was wearing his bow tie before the doctor started meddling with his past, so what was its original origin story? Did he just choose to wear a bow tie of his own free will? Not a chance. Everything has an interconnected origin story. Everything! Congrats to the Brits for finding a way to make a shark that looks worse than the one from Jaws 3 and Sharknado. A+ effort.
Just agree with me, because I've only got 2 goes and then it's your turn.
2 goes.
2 arms!
Oh, no, you don't. That had nothing to do with arms and was totally clarifying how many lives a Time Lord has. He has 2 attempts because he has 13 lives and he's on life 11. Yes, 11, not 12, because right now he doesn't know that he was also John Hurt before he was Christopher Eccleston. Although he might know he's on life 12 because he does remember Tennant regenerating into that hand. My gosh, I am thankful for Chris Chibnall making sure none of this matters anymore.
Open wide!
What's the big fish he done to you?
What the hell was that? We cut from the doctor yelling Geronimo to them being completely out of danger. Did the show really think we didn't need to see a Targaryen wrestling a shark? Because I really needed to see a Targaryen wrestling a shark.
I'm sorry, Kazran. I can't save her.
He says while standing next to a time machine that he is currently using to save 4,000 people. I don't think there are any fixed points in time. I just think the doctor is lazy.
My name is Abigail Pettigrew.
Prison cells that come with a handy expositional video that share enough to propel the story, but stop shy of spoiling the ending.
My dad lends money. He always takes a family member as he calls it security.
Security deposits that he has to spend who knows how much money maintaining in cryogenic tubes. Even with the convenient help of the fog, I'm not sure how maintaining all of this doesn't wipe out any profit he sees from loan sharking the poor.
Hard man to love, your dad.
Maybe you should go back in time and fix his childhood as well. Or does his pain not matter because there's no ship crashing on his watch?
Signaling the other half.
The other half's inside the shark.
Sounds like she's woken up.
Wait, the shark that you left for dead that you said wouldn't make the trip to the clouds? That one? The one that's now woken up, traveled down from the roof, through the house and down the stairs and managed to find you? That one?
It's bigger on the
Inside.
Cliché. Also, it's TV Sin's first look into Matt Smith's TARDIS. Oh, he's redecorated. I don't like it. Congrats to the Brits for making CGI fish that somehow look worse than the ones in my Windows 98 screensaver. I'm honestly impressed. A+. How's the peeping, Dickie? Dickie, how's the peeping? Dickie, Dickie, Dickie. Also, there's no way this photo was taken from this angle. In fact, I'm pretty sure Kazran would have had to be hanging outside the TARDIS for this admittedly flattering angle.
This will never work.
Oh, don't think shark. Think dolphin.
Never think dolphin. Have you ever read up on dolphins? They're major assholes. Trust me, you want sharks. Just not the fictional violent ones that have caused them to be demonized for centuries. Doctor Who has attached a cart to a shark and is now swimming through the sky at Christmas. It is a pitch that was greenlit and committed to film.
Best Christmas Eve ever.
Till the next one.
Where is Sardic's father through all of this? Does he not have some sort of monitoring system that tells him when the pods are being tampered with?
When girls are crying, are you supposed to talk to them?
I have absolutely no idea.
It is the year 2010, and Doctor Who has taken on the mantle of ensuring the men have no emotional intelligence because they are men trope lives on into a new decade. I wouldn't usually comment on a woman's makeup, but why does her eyebrow appear to be in front of her hair?
Catherine, trust me, it's this, or go to a room and design a new kind of screwdriver.
Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it isn't a hard choice at all. He picked kissing the girl instead of inventing an awesome screwdriver? What a loser. How did I know when he flipped the California picture over it'd be a shot of the Hollywood sign? It was either that or the Golden Gate Bridge. Everyone knows those are the only 2 landmarks in California.
How do you keep going like that? Do you breathe out your ears?
The better question is, why are you kissing in a way that seals your nostrils?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was boring you.
Apologizing for this when you're already 42 minutes into your allotted 60.
What's happened? What are you not telling me? What about Abigail?
The doctor is suspicious about Kazran's sudden change of heart, but pays no further attention to the countdown timer on the icebox, despite asking about it earlier on. Okay, I guess I can buy Kazran's memories being fluid, but why would his physical environment change back and forth? Why would this portrait of his father change to a portrait of Abigail when she's always had 8 days to live? There was never a happy ending to result in an Abigail portrait. Unless he's hallucinating. I'm comfortable sending either eventuality.
People are cattle. If you want to control cattle, you need to control their predators.
I've been to a number of cattle ranches in my lifetime, and it's surprising to me how none of their operations involved a cow's natural predators. You might want to rethink your theory. Considering the doctor said he'd come if Kazran uses the screwdriver, how long has he been posing outside that window? Did he do it every single day until Kazran reached for the sonic screwdriver? Or did he automatically know which date in the future to jump to when Kazran would need him? Either way, seems like stalking, which is definitely still a sin. Weaponizing Christmas carolers.
Abigail was ill when she went into the ice, on the point of death.
She must have been dying from one of those very specific diseases that doesn't affect you in any outwardly symptomatic way, but can be diagnosed in a way that tells you how long you have left till the precise day. Bit of a weird way for a disease or condition to evolve, but great for storytelling. Also, I just want to note that this makes her a terrible option for collateral on a loan. The idea of a security deposit is that it incentivizes the family to repay the loan. But what incentive do they have if she's dead in 8 days anyway? I mean, that's why she's happy to do it. Sardik obviously knows that since he has very specific days left timers on each of these cryo boxes.
I could release her any time I want, and she would live a single day.
Wow, if you'd only told the doctor that in the past instead of freezing him out, he might have been able to go back in time and stop Abigail from getting sick in the first place.
All my life I've been called heartless. My other life, my real life, the one you rewrote.
But if you have new memories, how can you even remember that old life? This means that somehow the doctor's meddling has resulted in Kazran remembering two distinct timelines, and that is f***ing wild, and I'm not surprised he ended up being a villain.
I don't and never ever will care.
Is this who you want to become, Kazran?
I've watched this a few times now, and I think the doctor could have opened with this gambit. Nothing he's tried has worked so far, and this is the moment that changes Kazran. In A Christmas Carol, Michael Caine learned something from each ghostly visit, but in this version, we could have skipped to the Ghost of Christmas Future and included more Muppets. Yes, I'm certain that is the lesson here.
We don't have much time.
Did he seriously just say they don't have much time? Okay, now someone is deliberately trolling me. You have all of the time. You have a time machine. Just hop them back a few minutes and they can be upstairs fixing the machine while they're also sobbing down here.
Sure, I've changed you too much. The machine doesn't recognize you.
But if you've changed the past, doesn't that mean the machine would have been attuned to the version of Kazran he is now? I mean, if he's changed that much, there's a good chance that his father wouldn't have even left him this house and machine at all.
No, your father would never have programmed it for the man you are now.
He's still biologically the same man. Does the machine have greed sensors? Does it read his heart and the level of caring inside of it? Also, this kind of suggests that the programming of the machine is based on the man Kazran's father believed he would be, rather than a simple scan of his current brain. What a weirdly specific way to set this shit up. Why would he do that unless he knew this kind of meddling would happen?
If we use your aerial to boost the signal and set up a resonation pattern between the two halves, oh, come on, that would work.
Let's be clear, fair viewers. The whole point of this adventure was to convince Kazran to use the machine that only he can use to fix a storm that will allow the crashing ship to land. So forgive me if all of my investment evaporates from time and space when that suddenly isn't an option anymore and is replaced with a far more simple solution that was technically available all along.
We use the signal, but we send something else.
Send what?
We need her to sing.
Are we saying that Abigail is the only person on the entire planet who can sing well enough to calm the sharks? If that's the case, it's insanely lucky that they woke up the only person who was able to save the day.
We need to transmit something into the cloud belt, something we know works.
Your whole plan hinges on the same shark that swallowed your sonic screwdriver still being alive and in the sky and being near enough to hear. What if the shark died or swam to the other side of the planet?
Captain, I've got what I've got.
Nothing. You should have absolutely nothing. You had 5 minutes left until the ship crashed, and at least 15 minutes has passed in the story by now. You're crashed and burned. Mission failed.
We're flying normally.
Can you land?
I can even land well.
But I thought the ship was exploding and it didn't just need a clear path to the ground. It needed to not be blowing up too, right? What happened to everything being offline?
The doctor did it.
Yeah, he gets all the credit.
I think Abigail gets most of the credits, and she's the one who sang and guided the ship. The doctor gets like 30% of the credit, max. Enslaving a shark for your own personal amusement. Twice.
I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline.
You're experiencing slight turbulence.
Warning. Last chance to be a hero, Doctor. Get going.
If we can't stabilize the orbit, we're finished.
There's nothing to look onto. I am flying blind.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Fishbowl 2, a classic.
I've never kissed anyone before. What do I do?
Well, the Vale men are said to fuck sheep instead of women.
Why are you here? Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living. And above all those who live without love.